Jamie Carragher has said he will apologise again after a video emerged appearing to show the former Liverpool defender spitting towards a football fan and his daughter. Now, hello to you, Jamie. Just before we talk, let's have a look at the footage of this incident.
2-1, mate. Unlucky Jamie, lad. 2-1, lad. Jamie Carragher spat on my daughter. Nice.
It's the 1996 Turkish Cup final, and Galatasaray has just beaten Fenerbahce. Graham Souness, never one to shy away from bold moves, grabs a huge Galatasaray flag. He marches straight to the center of Fenerbahce's home field, right on their turf, and plants it firmly in the ground.
So I got it and I thought, that'll show you. So I turned around and I realised all the supporters are now climbing over the fence, and I'm thinking, maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
In 2019, the East African Country League saw one of its wildest moments. During a heated match, a referee allowed a controversial goal, sparking outrage among the players. Players actually started chasing the referee around the pitch, shouting and trying to confront him. As if that wasn't enough, the team's manager stepped in, even punching the referee and dragging him down. Security had to rush in to control the chaos, leaving fans in disbelief. Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane tunnel bust-up. It's moments before a huge Arsenal versus Manchester United match, and tensions are already sky-high. In the tunnel, Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane are face-to-face. Vieira starts calling out one of Keane's teammates, and Keane isn't having it. He fires back with that classic Keane intensity. Eden Hazard kicking a ball boy. During a League Cup match, Chelsea's Eden Hazard found himself at the center of unexpected controversy. With time running out, a ball boy held onto the ball, trying to help his team run down the clock. Frustrated, Hazard tried to kick the ball loose but ended up kicking the boy instead. The incident was caught on camera and went viral, sparking outrage and countless headlines. It's a moment that follows Hazard to this day, showing how even a split-second decision can lead to a massive backlash.
And it's a red card. Enough. Rightly so.
Lee Bowyer and Kieran Dyer's on-field fight. It's a moment that shocked everyone. Newcastle's own Lee Bowyer and Kieran Dyer, teammates, actually brawling with each other on the pitch. After a disagreement on the field, Bowyer threw a punch at Dyer, and Dyer wasn't backing down. The two went at it, right in front of their manager and the entire crowd. Both were sent off with red cards, and fans couldn't believe what they just witnessed. It was an on-field fight that turned into one of the most bizarre moments in Premier League history. In 2009, Real Madrid's Pepe shocked the football world with an outburst that fans won't soon forget. In a match against Getafe, he fouled Francisco Casquero in the box, giving away a penalty. But things escalated fast. Pepe lost control, kicking Casquero multiple times while he lay on the ground and even stomping on him. The incident stunned players and fans alike, leading to a massive 10-game ban for Pepe. Eric Cantona's Kung Fu kick on a fan. In 1995, Eric Cantona delivered one of the most shocking moments in football history. After being sent off in a match against Crystal Palace, Cantona was walking off the field when a fan shouted insults from the stands. Cantona didn't hold back. He leapt over the barrier and launched a kung fu kick straight at the fan. The incident was broadcast worldwide, instantly making headlines and sparking intense controversy. Cantona was banned for 9 months and fined, but the kung fu kick became an unforgettable moment in football. It's the 2006 World Cup final, France versus Italy, and tensions are off the charts. Late in the match, Marco Materazzi and Zinedine Zidane exchange words. Materazzi reportedly crosses a line, saying something harsh about Zidane's family. In a split second, Zidane's frustration boils over, and he turns around, delivering that unforgettable headbutt to Materazzi's chest. The stadium gasps, and Zidane is shown a red card, ending his legendary career in the most shocking way. That one insult sparked a moment that's forever etched in football history, symbolizing how words can ignite even the calmest of stars. In a heated Champions League clash in 2011, AC Milan's Gennaro Gattuso let his emotions get the best of him. After the match, tensions boiled over, and Gattuso confronted Tottenham's assistant coach, Joe Jordan, on the sidelines. In an unexpected move, Gattuso leaned in and headbutted Jordan, sparking shock among fans and players alike. The unprovoked attack earned Gattuso a 4-match ban, and the incident became yet another example of his fiery, no-nonsense reputation. It's a moment that still stands out as one of the wildest post-match confrontations in Champions League history. It's 1998, and Paolo Di Canio is already known for his fiery temperament. During a match against Arsenal, Di Canio is shown a red card for a foul, but instead of walking off calmly, he loses it. In an outburst of frustration, he shoves the referee, Paul Alcock, sending him crashing to the ground. The crowd is stunned, and the incident becomes one of the most infamous moments in Premier League history. Di Canio's actions earned him an 11-game suspension, but it also cemented his reputation as one of football's most controversial characters. Diego Costa was never one to shy away from a battle, but in this 2015 clash against Arsenal, he took it to a whole new level. Early in the game, Costa slapped Laurent Koscielny in the face, sparking anger from the Arsenal players. But that wasn't the end of it. He continued to provoke Gabriel Paulista, pushing his buttons until Gabriel snapped. In the heat of the moment, Gabriel lashed out, earning himself a red card. Costa, meanwhile, stayed on the pitch, his reputation for dirty play growing. It was a masterclass in mind games from Costa, but it also left a sour taste for many, highlighting just how far he was willing to go to get under his opponent's skin. In 2001, Roy Keane delivered one of football's most infamous tackles on Manchester City's Erling Haaland. This wasn't just any tackle, it was revenge, years in the making. Haaland had once accused Keane of faking an injury, and Keane didn't forget it. In a Manchester derby, he saw his chance and went in with a brutal, high tackle that sent Haaland crashing to the ground. Later, Keane openly admitted he'd done it on purpose and felt no remorse, shocking fans and players alike. It was a moment that cemented Keane's reputation as one of the toughest and most unforgiving players in football. It's a fiery El Clasico, and Sergio Ramos is right in the middle of it all. During a tense moment, he goes after Lionel Messi, throwing an elbow that sends Messi crashing down. But Ramos doesn't stop there. He taunts Messi and the rest of the Barcelona players, turning up the tension even more. The Barcelona squad rushes in, pushing and shoving breakout, and suddenly, it's chaos on the pitch. Ramos ends up seeing red, literally as he's sent off, but he leaves knowing he's stirred up plenty of drama. This wasn't just another red card, it was classic Ramos. In 1998, during a match between Newcastle and Leicester, Alan Shearer found himself at the center of a controversial moment. After a tackle from Neil Lennon, Shearer seemed to lose his cool. In an act of frustration, he stomped on Lennon's head while he was on the ground. The whole stadium saw it, but surprisingly, Shearer didn't receive any punishment from the referee. Fans and pundits were outraged, calling for disciplinary action, but nothing came of it. It was one of those moments that sparked debate for years, with many feeling that Shearer got away with something that should have been punished. In 2012, Joey Barton created absolute chaos during a match between QPR and Manchester City. It started when Barton elbowed Carlos Tevez, earning him a red card. But instead of leaving the pitch quietly, he went on a rampage. First, he kicked Sergio Aguero, then tried to headbutt Vincent Kompany as players scrambled to pull him away. The scenes were wild, and Barton's actions led to a 12-game suspension, one of the longest bans in Premier League history. It was a meltdown that cemented Barton's reputation as one of football's most unpredictable and controversial figures. Just before a Europa League match in 2017, Patrice Evra found himself in serious trouble. While warming up, he was taunted by a fan on the sidelines. The exchange grew heated, and in a shocking moment, Evra snapped. He ran over and kicked the fan in the head. The incident was caught on camera, and the backlash was swift. Evra was immediately suspended, and his club later terminated his contract. It was a moment that stunned the football world and marked a sudden, harsh end to Evra's career, showing how quickly emotions can lead to life-changing consequences. It's 2003, and Liverpool is facing Celtic in a heated UEFA Cup match. El Hadji Diouf, known for his fiery personality, is already under pressure from the crowd. But as he walks past a section of Celtic fans, he does the unthinkable. He spits toward one of them. Cameras catch it all, and the backlash is immediate. Fans and media alike condemn his actions, calling it a huge show of disrespect. The incident follows Diouf for years, damaging his reputation and marking him as one of football's most controversial figures. It's a moment that overshadows much of his career, remembered for all the wrong reasons. In the 2018 Champions League final, Mohamed Salah, Liverpool's star player, was having a brilliant match until Sergio Ramos made a calculated challenge. As Salah went to ground, Ramos tangled with him and pulled him down, causing Salah's shoulder to dislocate. The injury forced Salah off the pitch in tears, leaving Liverpool without their key man for the rest of the match. Ramos received heavy criticism for the tackle, with many feeling it was intentional. It was a turning point in the final, and one of those moments that would forever be remembered in football history. In the 2014 World Cup, Luis Suarez stunned everyone with a move no one saw coming. Suarez leaned in and bit Giorgio Chiellini on the shoulder, right in the middle of play. This was the third time Suarez had been involved in a biting incident, and fans around the world couldn't believe what they'd witnessed. FIFA quickly stepped in, giving Suarez a heavy suspension that kept him out of all football activities for months. It was a bizarre and shocking act that overshadowed the game and became one of the most infamous moments in World Cup history.